Howdy y'all, welcome to Nerd Studio. We're out at the range today with the Fusion Pro holster from Tactipac. Stay tuned. I did a series of videos on the 3-speed holster a while back, and in one of the comments, a viewer, NB was his handle, asked if I'd tried the Tactipac holster. I hadn't heard of them, so I looked them up. You know, one of the downsides to the 3-speed system was the soft pouch that the gun rides in. That holster is extremely comfortable, it really is, but it's hard to draw and reholster. You have to get a whole new muscle memory to figure out how to work with that holster. The Tactipac has a hard shell that covers the gun and look like it worked more like a standard holster. So now, fair disclosure, I did contact Tactipac to see if they'd be interested in, you know, sending one out to me for the cause, and I got a reply. It was kind of, it was kind of odd. He basically said, "Hey, good job on those videos. Keep doing them." I don't think he read the whole email. I was interested enough that I plopped the $79.95 out of the pocket and ordered the thing. Out of the box, you know, my first impression was how light the holster is. So light that it kind of makes me question how long the product's going to last. The material honestly feels questionable, but you know, first impressions can be deceiving. Doesn't necessarily mean much. The stitching on the thing really does seem well done. So they send 2 pieces of paper along with the holster. One just a kind of a warning, half sheet that warns you about, go up to their website and read their cautionary information. And the other gives really instructions on how to use this holster and some of the unique aspects of it. First thing that they do is stress this is no ordinary holster, and it isn't. It has I repeat, no off-the-body retention. They stress very clearly not to do drop tests or anything with this holster. It will not retain the gun off-body. And you can damage your firearm or worse. And there's good reason for this. The shell is Kydex. Well, I think. It looks Kydex, but it could be just plastic. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that area. But the backing is not. It's soft cloth-like material. They don't really say what it's made of. So when you wear the holster, the backing bends to conform to your body and creates the retention for the gun. And it does exactly that. The retention is okay when you're wearing it. The holster is designed to be worn anywhere from the 230 to 530 position, and now the cant isn't adjustable, so that may be a problem for some. If you're used to a particular cant in a particular position, this may not be suitable for you. I find that I do really well with it from anywhere from about 230 to 4, and that's typically where I wear my holsters, so that's fine for me. You know, the holster is combined with an elastic band, so you don't need to wear a belt. This really makes wearing your gun with shorts or sweats very doable. Now, they do recommend that you if you got a drawstring or anything or a belt, snug things up to the holster, and I'll show you that as I'm wearing it, and it'll sort of tighten things up for you. You do order the holster for your waist size, and you have some room, so you have some room to deal with kind of weight loss and weight gain. Not a ton. If you had to start cutting on this this elastic band, it would screw up the stitching. So you know, if you're going to go out and do bariatric surgery and lose a mess of weight, you're probably going to have to order a new holster. The backing of the holster is very, very soft, and I think it's actually gotten a little softer as I've worn it. I was a little worried about how this was going to soak up sweat. I don't know if this is a wicking material or what, but I don't appear to be smelling anything south of cheese in there yet, and I have worn it on some pretty sweaty days. I've carried it daily for probably 2 weeks. Let's shoot a few rounds and see how the holster works. They do offer as an option for this holster magazine pouches. I think you can actually get them with 2 on there. I didn't order it. I don't like the magazine pouch on the same side as the gun, and I think it brought the price up to over $100 just to add one, so I didn't do it. One tip I have about putting this holster on in the morning, and I think they mention it in their docs, don't do it with the gun in the holster. Leave the gun out. And the reason is it doesn't have off-body retention. So if you put the gun in the holster and then you're kind of flopping around trying to get it up there, you could flop the gun right out of the holster, and that would not be good. So gun out, get the holster in place, get your pants up, get ready to go, and then gun in the holster. There's a lot I like about this product. I like that it remains my waist when I have to drop trowel in a public restroom. That's always a bit of a conundrum with an on-belt holster. Do you just leave it dangling there at your pants, or do you try and find some place to put the gun while you do your business? This solves that problem completely. You just leave the holster up on your waist, do what you got to do, snug it back up, and get going. Use at the range is good. I can use this holster much like I do any other Kydex holster. I don't have to alter my muscle memory much to adopt this product, and that's a huge plus. I'll get back to that here in a second. The holster is fairly comfortable. They recommend tightening the strap up until the Velcro completely overlaps. I find that if I do that, it's like I'm having trouble breathing all day. I don't know if that'd be the case for everyone, but for me, I don't tighten it up all the way. And if you don't, that extra Velcro there kind of catches on your grunders, or if you're wearing an undershirt, it can catch on that Velcro. Okay, here we go. Here's my one major complaint with this holster, and it's that this fabric back here does not completely cover the magazine of the gun. So I'm getting chub rub while wearing this, and it aggravates the crap out of me. If you're going to bother to make a holster that has this kind of coverage, for goodness sakes, make sure it covers the entire gun. I don't think it would have taken that much more fabric. I don't think it would have killed your cost, guys. I'm not sure why you didn't do it. It would have increased my comfort greatly. Again, this is just me. I don't know if it's that way for everyone. I am a big kind of egg-shaped guy, and so that's probably part of it, but I wish they'd have taken a little bit of extra fabric there and covered the butt of the gun. Now, I'm using Vickers tactical base plates on my magazines. I've tried it with both a standard Glock magazine. It's not covering even the full grip of the gun, so still got the chub rub. One other minor annoyance, and it's a little bit of muscle memory I'm having to adjust to, and that is the Cant is a little different than what I'm used to using. So I find when I'm reholstering, I'm catching on the lip, and I need to sort of get used to the Cant on this holster. That's not too bad. Over time I would learn. So the last problem I think I've got, and I'm not really sure how much of a problem this would be for most people, and that's that this flap up here, and this is going to be the case with any holster that has a flap up here that isn't stiff. I do have a tendency for my thumb to get behind that flap. I think over time I'm going to learn that I need to come in from here to draw, but right now my muscle memory is to go straight down and pull, and if I do that, my thumb is getting behind that quite a bit. I think you can see some examples here. All in all, this is a pretty good solution for larger folks. I try and give that perspective because I am larger folks. And it's a pretty good solution for that. You're gonna find it pretty comfortable and very lightweight. It adds very little to your daily carry. So if you're someone who spends a lot of time in sweats or shorts, this is a really good solution because you don't need a belt. As always, I'm going to go back. I'll do probably at least one more video on this holster, kind of give you an update over a couple of months of use. How is this light fabric holding up? Am I seeing any significant problems with the craftsmanship, any of that? Probably be a pretty quick video by then. All right, folks, there you be, the Fusion Pro from Tactipac. Man, it's hard to say. Whew. All right, I'm going to go shoot for fun now. Always remember, anyone could shoot and have fun. We'll see you next time.